been to America before, actually, only heard about it.
What brings you here then?
My husband. We met back in Italy when he was stationed during the war, and we fell in love almost instantly.
Ah, the good ones are always taken.
Hi, honey.
Baby, I missed you so much!
I miss you more than you know. I love you, and I'm so happy you're finally here. Ready to see your new house?
I can't wait!
Let's go to the car.
James, slow down. I want to see it. So many cars. Levittown?
Sure, my dear. Now that you're in America, you should take advantage of the vast opportunities that are granted to you.
What did you have in mind?
Get out, go out, get a job. Millions of women back in Europe would jump at the opportunities that are granted to women here. You should consider yourself a lucky girl.
You're right. A lot of decent jobs as well. I'll be on my way bright and early tomorrow morning.
Come in.
Good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Richards?
Yes, ma'am. How may I assist you today?
I was wondering if you had a few minutes to answer some questions I had regarding finding a job in this factory.
Well, ma'am, just what type of job are you looking for?
Well, sir, I was hoping I would be able to begin working with all the others in the production of steel. I've heard about the vast job openings in the course of this past few years, and I can't wait to get my foot in and begin working on the steel assembly line.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but we just cannot do that.
Why not?
Look, miss, if you had come a few months ago, I would have allowed you to begin working here in no time, but I'm afraid things have changed.
What do you mean?
After the war was over, all the male soldiers came back. Naturally, I want them to get their old job back, so we had to revert the majority of our women to the way things were before.
Are you sure you can't fit me in? Anywhere, even with a minor role?
Well, after the war, steel production decreased significantly due to lower demands of goods and to the aid of the military. Right now, we are primarily making steel to replace wooden frames on station wagons. As you can see, the demand is not nearly as high as before, which is why we need less employees.
So you're saying there's no way I can find any work? There must be something I can do.
Well, after the war, the majority of women reverted back to the textile and apparel industry, just like it was prior to these past few years. I'm almost certain you can find some type of work in that industry.
Thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate your help. I'll be sure to give it a try.
My pleasure, man. Good luck.
Oh my gosh, miss! I'm so sorry. I was so wrapped up in my own thoughts, I didn't even see you. Are you all right?
I'm fine. No worries. We've all had those days.
I guess so. My name's Clara. I just moved into the house down the road.
Oh, Clara, you're James's wife. Welcome to the country and the community. My husband is friends with James and told me you were moving in. I'm so excited to finally meet you. My name is Sally, and this is little Brian.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. I haven't met anyone from the neighborhood yet.
You'll love it here. We're a tight-knit community. Plus, now that the war is over, the ladies on the block all have a lot of extra time to spend with each other. Right after my walk, all the wives are getting together for our weekly book club meeting. You should join us.
Wow, that sounds fun. I was going to go back out and search for a job later today, but it would be really nice to get to know some of the ladies in the neighborhood.
Oh, really? That will be quite a search. Now that the war is over, most of us have thankfully returned to staying at home.
When I read about the women of America, I always heard of how empowered they were to get out into the workforce and change the way society viewed them. I was hoping to be part of that when I came here. At home in Italy, women are encouraged to stay home and be housewives. I kind of wanted to get out and try something new.
Well, working was fine during the war, but now the men are home and we don't need to work. Besides, there's no real demand for women in the workforce since most of the jobs we held were temporary, to either supply the war or fill the place of missing men. Almost all the women here in Levittown are focused on more important things, like raising a family.
Don't you miss working and feeling like you're making a difference in the world? In Italy, all people wanted me to do was sit around at home and read books about housekeeping. I wanted to make a difference in the world. I thought that the war was changing things.
Well, it did. We helped during the war while our men were away, but now that they're back, I just want to be the wife and mother that I was too busy to be during the war. I would rather bake and have fun with little Brian than be in a dull factory all day.
Oh, well, then I guess I was a little off on what I thought the average American woman does. Well, Then what does the American woman typically do with her days?
No worries, I will show you the ropes. Well, I'm sure things aren't too different than what wives did in Italy. Come with me to the book club and meet the ladies on the block. Before you know it, you will be the perfect American housewife. Maybe even have a baby one day.
Book club sounds fun, but we'll have to see about all of that housewife stuff.
Oh, good, you're going to love everyone. Off to the book club we go.
Hi, honey. How's that Sally's book club? Claire, is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's just that Sally and I were talking today, and it just got me thinking
About what?
that America is more like Italy than I thought.
Well, that's wonderful. It makes the whole move seem a lot less scary now, doesn't it?
Yes, that's true, but I wanted it to be a little different for me.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying that the women enjoy being at home.
I don't see the issue, darling.
You told me when we were in Italy that things were different here, that the women were important.
Well, they are important, Clara. They did the men's work while the men were away, but now the men are back. I'm really sorry you didn't get that job, but there's still a lot of other things you can do.
What, like sew for a living?
Not necessarily. There are things that are important around the house.
Yes, I know that, but the way Sally spoke made it...
What did Sally say?
They all like it. They're all fine being the housewives. They like the cars and the refrigerators and having babies.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it would be different.
How do you mean?
I thought that I could get out of the home and stop doing all the housework. I thought that I could get a job.
Clara, you don't need a factory job. I know you wanted it, but I'm making plenty for the two of us now.
It's just like in Italy. You even have the same books.
I don't understand what you were saying. You've got everything you could want. All these new appliances, this house. You don't need to do work.